The biggest misconception I would say that most Americans have about foreign aid is that we're spending most of our money on it, when in fact, that's really not true. U.S. foreign assistance represents almost a rounding error of the U.S. national budget, less than 1%. When you think about the fact that the United States is the world's largest economy, and you think about the contributions the U.S. has vis-a-vis other countries to help out, foreign aid ranks the United States really low on the list of donors. You might be surprised to learn that according to international aid groups like Oxfam, the average American taxpayer spends the same amount roughly every Halloween on candies and costumes, or about $100, as we do per person on U.S. foreign aid. There's another common misconception that U.S. foreign assistance is basically a blank check to countries with no checks and balances on how that money is spent, leading to rampant waste, fraud, and abuse. In fact, this is largely not the case. There's many steps that our professionals have to go through in order to first decide who are the recipients of the foreign assistance, and there's many due diligence checks that go into making those decisions. There's also checks on how that money is actually implemented and spent. We spend quite a bit of attention on due diligence, on monitoring and evaluation. We have checks and balances within agencies like our inspector generals. On those very rare instances where we know that money is not spent according to intent, we have checks and balances in place, both internally within the agencies, with the U.S. Congress, and with outside watch groups to make sure that there's accountability for every single taxpayer dollar. As someone who's written many of those investigative reports during my time in Congress on agencies like USAID, I can tell you we've had many conversations with the executive branch, between Congress and the executive branch, on making sure that immediate steps are taken.